Here's a snippet of information you may find interesting. This is an old Metamec synchronous electric mains clock, made in vast numbers during the 60s, 70s. Metamec is was an English company in Norfolk, 700 employees roughly, producing 250,000 clocks a week in their heyday. Anyway, this has been up on my kitchen wall for well over 20 years, and I bought it second hand then. And it stopped a couple of times, and the electric didn't go off. So I thought, well, it needs attention. So it was all dusty, and I've just given it a little oil, and we're running it on the bench, and it seems absolutely fine. It's a very pleasing, simple design. It can be seen, it's so much nicer than some digital readout, and well, sort of thing I like. I had a great interest in clocks at one time and seemed to have got quite a number. The most classic one that Metamec made was the sunburst chrome and wooden arms. And it's interesting that the name Metamec comes from metalwork, and mechanics, they started in 1941, I'm told. Anyway, what did I do to get this now up and running? I removed the cover, held on by one small bolt in the middle, put in there safely, and it's a very simple movement, as you can see. Let's see if I can zoom in. And here we have laminations and a coil, and the laminations produce a flux that the cage of the motor tries to catch up, and this is 50 cycles per second in the UK. So when you switch the clock on, it's a 50-50 chance whether you get a positive or a negative part of the cycle as to which way the motor goes. So if I switch on, and as you saw there, it went the wrong way, and it wound up and then was thrown in the correct direction. Let's try it again. That's the correct way. That's the correct way. And again. Did I say 50-50? And again. A bit like tossing a coin, isn't it? There, wrong way. Now it's kicked into the correct way. It's a very simple device that winds up a little spring and throws the thing. The idea of that, of course, is to stop the clock, should the mains go off and come on again, from going backwards. Anyway, using some very light sewing machine oil, because that's all I've got, and an oiler, I've oiled this pivot point here and the other end, and it drives a worm gear that operates this, throw it in the right direction, and I've oiled each end there, and there's a pivot here I'm pointing to. If you can get to the other side, that's very nice, but you've got to remove the glass to do it, and also to oil where the minute, second and hour hand all come through in a group, but I've not bothered to do that. Anyway, as you can see, it's all working fine. So we'll let it run for another hour, and we'll put it back on the wall for another 20 years.